Hello everyone and welcome to today's stream. Today we're talking about everything to do with the Los Angeles Liftoff Film Festival and finding out who the winners are of the Hollywood First-Time Filmmakers Showcase. Thank you for those who have joined us in the chat room. We have that open and can see your comments coming in.
Nice to see some of you already enjoying lots of the films there. That's really nice.
And wherever you are in the world, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. As what the official YouTube channel has just said here, good morning to everyone as well. Hallowed by my name is the best, claimed by the dude in the chat room. And hi Megan for also joining us. Great. If you have any other thoughts or comments, please put them in the chat room and we will do our best to share them throughout the stream.
Absolutely. As always, we're going to be running you through the latest stats from the festival. So that's everything from where these programs have been watched from, how many people have been tuning in, and of course, who is currently top of the leaderboard in the audience choice voting. But important to remember that jury are also watching all of these programs as we speak. They have the same amount of time as you to go through the programs and choose their finalists also. Mm-hmm. But we have to wait until the end of the festival for those to be revealed.
Absolutely. Should we do a little breakdown of what the prizes are, just to recap the festival?
Absolutely.
So we have Audience Choice Award, which is where the top 4 films from this round will be invited to join us on the YouTube channel, where we do director's commentary style, where you get to ask questions from the filmmakers. We get to find out a little bit more about their journey and how they came up with the concept for their film and how they got it made. There are also season award nominations up for grabs, and we have the trophy here. There are 14 categories, including Best Actor, Best Acting Ensemble, Best Director, Best Short Film, Music Video, Animation, and Features as well. Art Direction is in there too. There are 14 categories. I will probably not remember all, but they are there. And then also, finally, we have the live screenings in the city next year. So a handful of winners will be joining us in Los Angeles in 2022 at Raleigh Studios.
Yeah, it's an amazing venue, isn't it?
It's a great venue.
We wish we were there this year, but we can't wait to return next year. A very cool venue, steeped in history, film history. So yeah, we look forward to seeing some of you there next year.
All right. Okay, should we find out which films are currently in the lead of each of the programs from Los Angeles? All right, Claire. Take it away.
I'm eye-kicking us off. So yes. Judges select shorts then. We've had 80 of you tuning into this programme so far, which has been really, really cool. 53 votes. So we've still got 27 votes from people who still have not decided their favourite, but there's still plenty of time. And people have been tuning in from 10 countries to watch the Judges Select Shorts programme. I actually just did the focus group with a few filmmakers, which was really cool. Nice to hear a little bit more about one of the animators on there and the filmmaker of Grizzly. So thank you so much for joining me, Joe and Aaron. But currently sat at the top of the voting is A Guide to Being an Earthling, which is on 18 votes. Very impressive. So this I shouted out last time. This is directed by L.E. Woods. This is a sci-fi comedy from the US. And the logline is, determined to save his species, an extraterrestrial, LeBron, lands on Earth, hoping the human race may have the answer to what he's looking for. So there we go. Also, thank you, the dude who says beautiful dog. This is Rupert. If we didn't introduce him, I can't remember. He is our Liftoff mascot, and you'll have seen him before if you're tuning in regularly.
He often makes comfort sounds on these.
Yeah, he was nodding along, wasn't he, when you said about the season award? He was like, yes.
Yes.
So then the next film that we're shouting out is Danny Boy. This film is on 8 votes. It's a crime drama, also from the USA, and this is directed by Corey DeMeyers. Old school Francis and his new school accomplice Danny have it all planned out, a heist to make them rich, thanks to inside information that their friend Stevie B has provided.
All right. Before we move on to the next page, it's great to see some more filmmakers in the chat room here. It says, hello there, this is Aaron, producer of Remembering a Return to Oz.
Very
amazing.
Cool.
Michael Peters, thank you for shouting out A Guide to Being an Earthling. We had a ball making it.
Oh, fantastic.
And then familyfilmproductions.com says, yes, He is very cute, and I assume that's you, Rupert.
Mitchell, what was your role on the project? I'd love to know, what your part in the film was, but so glad you had fun making it. It's what it's all about, right?
And also then Sal's just popped up as well, and he says that I am director of the animated short, Go Micah.
Very cool. We've got some great animations in this program, actually. In the festival as a whole. Been really nice to see.
All right, so moving on to Trendsetter Short. So currently we have 120 viewers. 58 votes have already come through. We've got 11 countries watching, according to this. The United States, Canada, Australia, the UK, and also Finland are among those 11 countries. And we've had 682 playthroughs, so a lot of eyeballs on these films so far. So let's find out what film is in the lead. So first of all, we have Max Speed, which is on 28 votes. And this is directed by Danny Irizarry. And this is an action drama from the United States. And this follows a young athlete who confronts the broken relationship with his father whilst revisiting his childhood fantasies. He must also face the truth about who he really is and what it means to be a hero.
Amazing. I know we've got Megan in the chat as well, who I believe is the producer on this. I've seen you doing lots of posting on Instagram and stuff like that, so it's really cool.
Amazing.
Yeah, congratulations.
All right. 28 votes as well, which is very, very
staggering.
Impressive. So well done, team. We also have Acceptance, which is on 5 votes. And this is directed by Mark Hampton from the UK. On one night of his electoral victory, and the US politician receives some tragic news moments before making his acceptance speech and reveals the truth about himself, his campaign, and American politics. Great. So that's on 5 votes. Also tied on 5 votes, we have All the Lights That Never Fades by Jason Hooker, and this is an Australian film. And it follows the story of a young photographer who must leave behind his family, friends, and everything he calls home for a career opportunity overseas. And in his final week before departure, must learn to navigate the inner turmoil of the act of letting go. Wow.
Very cool.
Very cool. So then we have Trailblazers.
Amazing. So after Trendsetters, this has been the second busiest program of the festival consistently, really, with 118 people tuning in to watch it, 90 of whom have voted so far. So we've got a high number of votes already come in on Trailblazers. People have been tuning in from 14 different countries. So again, one of the most diverse audiences here for this program. And you are so close to hitting 1,000 playthroughs. You're on 937. So that will surely be surpassing 1,000 by the end of the weekend, which is what we love to see.
Absolutely.
So sitting in pole position at the moment is Phantom Pain, directed by Henry James. This is another thriller and a thriller drama. When we grieve alone. What does this dark forest of emotional isolation do to someone who unknowingly had it all? Comfort, companionship, stability, and lost it. Very cool. And then we've got Trace on 9 votes, which is directed by Jared Taylor Smith. Again, an American film, a sci-fi action here. In a distant apocalyptic future, a desperate man is hunted down for a mysterious object. Go and find out what that object is and watch Trace.
Okay, so moving on to the new voice shorts. Again, very impressive numbers coming your way. So we've got 106 viewers, currently on 99 votes. We've got 13 countries watching and almost on 1,000 playthroughs as well. It's currently on 943 playthroughs. So on 22 votes, we have The Only Fan. And this is a student short film. The Only Fan is a thriller that follows Alana Pankett, a feminist OnlyFans model who must survive the night when she's confronted at her home by a violent stalker. And that is directed by Martarex Shears. So well done, getting 22 votes. Yeah. Closely behind though, very close behind on 20 votes, we have REM or REM, directed by Jason M. Johnson. And this follows the story of Chelsea holds a secret from her boyfriend in which she must confess in hopes that he will truly accept her for who she is.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, massive shout out to all the new voice shorts. We say it a lot, but here at Liftoff, we really love championing emerging talent. So all of the films that you see here are either student projects or, generally speaking, they are the first, second or third project of a director or producer. So lots of really cool stuff to see there from people who are,
coming through,
which is what it's all about here at Liftoff as well. So great.
Okay.
So then we have our judges select features. We've had 35 people start making their way through the list of feature films here, 31 of whom have already voted from 7 different countries and 226 playthroughs, which if you add up the hours that means, because this is a feature film programme, that is a lot of film watching. So really great stuff. So we've got 3 films to shout out here. We've got Dreaming Hollywood, which is just in pole position on 6 votes. But then closely followed by 2 films on 5. But firstly, Dreaming Hollywood is an action comedy, a dark action comedy, directed by Frank Martinez from the USA. Take a deep dive into Ray Balfi's bizarre world of psychotic drug dealers, incompetent cops, and social rejects as he tries to begin a new life direction and shops his cartoon screenplay to 100 LA production companies. While facing rejection after rejection, Ray learns that someone has stolen his script and made his movie. The dogs meow without his permission. Now Ray's already messed up life is thrown into catastrophic mayhem. So there, if you want a bit of meta film watching about filmmaking, go and check this film out.
This just screams Jodorowsky's Dune, doesn't it?
There you go. Yeah, on a more comedy vibe level. Yeah. So yeah, both tied on 5 votes then. We have Cafe Americano and Rattle Can. So starting with Cafe Americano, this is directed by Alex Scheinman, another comedy from the USA, but this time a mockumentary that follows a delusional young director as he attempts to become the next great American filmmaker. So there is a theme here of what people are enjoying.
Which is great.
Yeah, and then Rattle Can, directed by Alexander Ray Pimentel. This is a crime thriller from the US again. A reclusive college student finds social media fame as a disguised street artist who reveals his story through vandalism.
Okay, then moving on to the final programme, which is our trendsetter features. We've got 23 viewers from 3 countries, and it's currently on 19 votes. We've had 152 playthroughs, and as Claire mentions, that is a lot of hours. That is adding up.
Absolutely.
So there's only one film to shout out here, and that film's currently on 5 votes, and I believe the filmmaker is in the chat room. So well done to Aaron Schultz and his film Remembering Return to Oz. And this is a documentary which obviously follows the story of the Disney film Return to Oz, and it's a cult classic. And Aaron is from the United States as well. So the logline is Remembering Return to Oz is a documentary look back on memories featuring the cast and crew of Disney's 1985 film Return to Oz. The film is the first time that the main cast crew have been together in a feature talking about the 1985 film over 30 years. 5 years in the making, and a story about the broken yellow brick road begins with a story that doesn't end with Dorothy gets back to Oz for the first time. So they are the films that have made it into this week's stream, and congratulations to all our filmmakers for getting picked up. And yes, Aaron is here as well. Awesome. So, moving on then to the Hollywood First-Time Filmmakers Showcase, and we will be announcing the winners of that showcase now. Should we do a little drum roll?
Drum roll, please.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that woke up somebody.
What are you doing? Okay, so
he's like, nah.
Congratulations to Team Flex.
Woo!
So Josine and David, congratulations. You will be screening in Los Angeles next year. But not only that, you've also picked up a nomination for the Liftoff Season Awards for Best First Time Filmmaker.
Amazing.
We absolutely love this film here at Liftoff.
As have a lot of people we saw.
Yeah.
Deservedly getting some great selections in other festivals.
Yes, so we will be screening this amazing Swedish short film in Los Angeles next year, and all of the information will be sent to you shortly. Just to give you a little bit of context, this is shot on 16mm film, and the logline is, "He may be God enough, but is he good enough?" A slightly surreal comedy short that literally lets you under the skin of a bodybuilder and his self-image, exploring the fine line between self-loathing and self-loving.
Amazing.
Very, very well done.
So if anybody is watching this from LA and they're thinking, well, we'd love to come to a lift-off in person next year, this is one of the shorts that you could be catching.
But that's not it. We also have 4 films that have picked up the Audience Choice Award. Just like we mentioned at the beginning of the stream with the LA Festival, we also do this for our showcases as well. So Claire, do you want to take it away with the films that are making it through to the Audience Choice?
Amazing. So congratulations to The Professionals, the Western feature directed by Ethan Funk Beret. You are one of the 4 joining us on our YouTube. We also have Unleash a Feeling, directed by Paco Mendez P. This is a very different, unique style, sort of experimental music video. Then we have Cafe Americano, which we have just shouted out because it's also screening and clearly doing really well in the Los Angeles Festival. So this is that comedy feature about filmmaking, directed by Alex Scheinman. And then last but not least, Goodbye to Yesterday, a romance drama, short film this time, directed by Shay Talley from the US. Wow. So a huge congratulations to those 4. We can't wait to get you on here, learn more about the projects and yourselves as filmmakers.
Absolutely. So I've just got an eye on the chat here, and there's some really nice comments that are coming in here. So Home Picture says, "I really love your team, the Lift Off Fest. You are so positive and inspiring." Thank you. And Family Films Production says, "You guys may be interested to know that the film ended up doing very well in the UK. The 1985 film versus how it was in the US." So this is going back to remembering Oz.
Yeah, amazing.
Wow, thank you for letting us know that little fact.
Very cool.
We will be back here next week. Actually, we're back here on Tuesday. We are launching the Paris Festival.
Yes.
It is getting crazy here in the Lift Off headquarters.
Yeah, because we're virtual, we're able to be in several different places at once. So LA, Amsterdam, which is currently running, that launched this week. But then Paris will go live on Monday. So anyone who is screening in Paris, you'll be receiving your free filmmaker links and all those final details tomorrow before the festival goes live at 10 a.m. on Monday.
So we'll be back here on Tuesday with the launch stream for Paris, and then we'll be back next Thursday where we'll be breaking down the films that are currently in the lead for the Los Angeles Festival.
Amazing.
Okay. All right. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful rest of your days.